Hi, welcome everyone. um, Little bit of a warning. I don't know if we might have scuff because lots of changes and I don't know what happened in the background. I did fix a few things, but I'm not sure if I managed to fix everything. So yeah, we will see. Um, as you might have already noticed, um, we do have emotes now. Oh, hey, thanks, thanks, Buff. I kinda suspected that since you actually love your founder badges, and thanks. Yeah, I do have a new PNG. It's quite funny. It was, I think, finished this morning, so perfectly. Uh, yeah. Thanks a lot, and thanks for all the support over the last 2 months too. You like, I think, were here every stream. Oh, thanks, Sunny. Well, it's good that at least our custom alert for subscribers is done. Since the raid one still isn't done, and the I think the donation one also isn't done yet. But yeah, I hope my model mama will finish them soon. Um, Let me see. We need to do some of the story quests actually, so we can continue everything in the right order. Thanks for the luck. Yeah, thanks. Thank you a lot. And I hope I don't sound too how should I put it? Um Tired or something. I've been sick really bad yesterday. Thanks, Gecko. Thank you. Oh, brilliant. Oh yeah, you don't have ads, so that's not that bad. Yeah, right. We do actually have ads now.
We believe that
Yeah, what I was trying to say, I was super sick yesterday, which was very unfortunate. The day I get affiliate and I get sick. Um, but it's better now.
as ever.
I'm not completely fine. Still a little bit queasy, but it's okay. I just really did not want to cancel my very first stream as affiliate. That yeah,
Apparently,
that would have sucked a lot. So I'm trying my best.
in great numbers.
Rift Towns? On Narukami Island?
Oh.
Yes. We are not
Oh,
sure
good.
where exactly these creatures come from.
Sorry, was just my
But
water
this
bottle.
time, they are attacking in alarming numbers with great aggression and a clear target. The sacred Sakura is of tremendous importance to Inazuma. I trust you are aware of this already? Good. Then you can see that this case is very urgent indeed.
Now, does Stream Elements also
Yes,
tell me when
and
the
they are already taking action of their own.
ad
However,
is finished?
given that the sacred Sakura's root system is vast and complex, and faced with the unpredictability and scale of the Rift Hound's attacks, they are finding it difficult to defend against them. Their main priority is to protect the civilian population. So they
I
are
mean, you
actively
can't
looking to
actually
cooperate with
tell
all
me
of their
since you
available
don't get
forces to
ads.
eliminate the monster. The Adventurers Guild is one of the key parties assisting the Tenryo Commission with their work. But so far, the combined efforts
You all
to
have
combat the
a
Rift
founder's
Hound has
badge now.
failed to substantially ameliorate the situation. You have our deepest gratitude. Your confident response puts me far more at ease. I will mark on your map the areas where Rifttown appearances have been recently reported. I hope you won't encounter too much trouble overcoming them.
Relax. We'll be back before you can say Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Oh, I'm not sure about that, Paimon. Yeah, you don't have the ones that you get from, I think, donating bits? I wish I could just give them to my mods, actually. But I don't think I can. Which, oh, wait. I mean, yeah, kinda. I think, I put this one for the bits, which is kinda stupid. You should have that. You should definitely have that one, but I didn't want everyone to have the one where you can pinch my cheeks, so I put it behind bits. I think the bite one is also somewhere in there.
Freeze! This moment will be frozen in time.
And we have one with you on it.
Cool it.
And I think that one is actually, yeah, that one is actually, I think, one of the free ones for all the followers too. Since I thought the yes and no one would, that's not what I meant. You can, when you get your affiliate, you can put the pet one for you behind the bits.
Freeze!
No.
Don't get frostbite.
Don't be so negative.
Wow, there are so many of them. No wonder the Tenryou Commission needed help. Come on, travelers.
I mean, to be honest, I did have a lot of help. Like, Bach did a lot of promotion and North shouted me out a lot.
Torn to oblivion!
So it wouldn't be fair to say, oh, I did it all on my own, look at me, so fast.
Shogun? Wait, no.
Because that definitely wasn't the case. I
it's you
did
two.
have a lot of help.
It has been a long time.
Yeah,
We have not seen each
definitely.
other since the resolution of the Tenryou Commission crisis.
Okay, sounds more like A. It is you, right? You sure made short work of them. That was amazing.
I'm making early preparations for what is to come. Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed the way the world is today. I was finally able to comprehend some
That's
things
true too,
that
yeah.
I had never understood in the past. Since then, every time I encounter an obstacle in my thinking, I find myself having the urge to spend some time in the outside world.
Makes sense. You must get super bored being stuck in there all the time.
Might I remind you that I am not here to amuse myself. Recently, I have observed a number of changes in the
I
external
mean,
world from the
especially
plane of Euthymia.
North, I would call a
The
friend
most
by now.
serious of these
so-
being the attack on the sacred Sakura by numerous rift hounds. I considered this matter
We all
worthy of
support
my
each other, I'd
attention,
say.
so I pursued them, and they led me here.
Yeah,
where I
hi!
happened to
You!
run into
Exactly you! Yes, I
If
said
the
I would call
Shogun
you a
rather
friend
than
by now.
I were to discover them, yes, perhaps she would have left the situation alone.
Why? Because she's just a puppet?
Precisely. According to the rules I designed for her, matters of this nature are to be delegated to the Tri-Commission. But rift hounds attacking the sacred Sakura.
Oh, thank you.
It brings back bad memories of that terrible disaster.
A disaster?
Yes. 500 years ago, a great catastrophe befell Inazuma. Everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and monsters
All good.
ravaged the land.
You streamed pretty long today,
Countless
didn't
lives
you?
were lost, and this homeland that the people had worked
Yeah.
so hard to build barely escaped being obliterated entirely. The monsters committed many atrocities on Inazuman soil, and the Rift Hounds were always their advance guard. Their duty was to tear open a passage through space with their claws and teeth, and then call in even more powerful beasts. So you've heard of it too. That's an episode of history that I
really
am
do
loath
not
to
like the
recall.
Rift Hounds. They are one of my
Maybe to you,
least
It seems like my response to
least
these
favorite
creatures was an
enemies.
excessive one.
They look cool, but
an
they are
excess of
nasty to
caution
deal
is
with.
not unwarranted in this case.
Guess you can't argue with that.
Since we are both here for the same reason, let us work together. From the traces they've left in the surrounding area, there should be many more monsters nearby. All of them must be eliminated.
Paimon feels so safe when we're in Ace Company. Having someone uber powerful on your team kinda makes you feel invincible, doesn't it? Oh yeah, after we've dealt with the monsters, we should ask her
Oh,
to tell
the
us more
boss
about
for this
Kanye.
quest will be a piece of work. Let's put it that way.
To the color when the sacred sakura takes damage. Let's follow it. It should be this way.
Yeah, it's right here, isn't it? Ah, there's the next one. My team still isn't the best. So it's will be interesting fighting the boss. But we should be able to start farming actual artifacts, at least kinda soonish. Let's see. Yeah, it's not even 2 whole levels. And then maybe the team will do a bit more damage. Am I even? Ah, yeah. There's more of the blood. Oh. No, okay. Got
We
it.
are lucky. The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro Commission will be able to nurse the root system back to health.
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something? And how come it's glowing? Huh?
Oh, it's a memory thing.
What's this? Could they be dead people? It wouldn't be the first time we'd seen ghosts on our journey. But why would they appear here?
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
Ghosts.
I can't go on like this. Not when the other troops are counting on me.
What happened here? Could you tell us?
Who are you? What are you doing here? Run quick while you still can. The monsters will be back. And once you're in their sights, I'm telling you there's no escaping them. We will defend Inazuma until our dying breath. You don't know? Inazuma is engulfed in darkness. Beasts and horrifying monsters are everywhere. They are merciless, ferocious, and they will devour everything in their path. Every last trace of humanity's existence, I tell you. They'll devour it all.
But look, none of that seems to be going on around here.
Not right now, but they'll be back. Look, get out of here. Now! There's no time left. The almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu. There is no one left to rely on but ourselves. I don't know how long we can hold out for. But if we abandon our hope, then we've got nothing left at all.
Don't worry, I'm right here.
It's the Shogun?
No, I'm just
You're back.
sick. My voice is clear when I'm
Please,
sick.
I beg
That's
you.
interesting.
You have to help us. You have
We
to
didn't
save
change
Inazuma.
anything, no.
Only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel this terrible darkness. Please, or the whole of Inazuma will be reduced to a hunting ground for the beasts.
Oh, you are getting attacked
Calm
by a
down.
cat, aren't you?
The war you speak of is over.
Over? But what do you mean? Shogun.
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush, and a soft breeze blows. This is Inazuma at peace, as you will no doubt remember. There are no monsters.
I don't
Nor
think
is there
that's the
anything
right
else
mix
here
of
that could
cat
threaten your
and
life.
arrested.
What? But how? Just moments ago, they were everywhere. I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my own eyes.
Hey, calm down. Everything's fine now.
He wanted to cuddle with me right when I started to stream,
think I
but I
understand.
told him no.
Almighty Shogun, you saved Inazuma.
Well, that's definitely a
Yes.
better
We were right to place our trust
pun or joke
in
than the
Almighty Shogun.
cat
As long as the
thingy.
Shogun is with us, Inazuma will last for an eternity. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, thank you.
What's wrong with him?
He's
No
gone.
ghost anymore.
Paimon can't even begin to understand what that was all about. But somehow,
You can have the other one, the annoying one.
hopeless.
But the annoying
I'm
one
not
doesn't want to
mistaken,
cuddle.
What
So,
we just saw was a samurai's memory that was buried in the land. The sacred Sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the
pretty sure you
leylands.
want the cuddle cat.
After the Rift Hounds attacked, some of this filth leaked out through the cracks in the trunk and formed a physical entity. An entity
Even though you
formed with
called
strong
the other
filth
one cuddly
would be
too,
highly
which
aggressive.
he isn't.
But when purified, it presents in the form of a memory. Purified filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly afterwards. In other words, it cannot exist for too long.
So the memories of the ones
He
that
is
died
cute
are all
and he
here at
knows,
this
but that's the
moment?
problem.
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was describing just now was precisely the disaster that happened in Inazuma 500 years ago. Yes. Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. Some were local in origin, while others came from the now fallen kingdom of Kanria. The disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern.
That's true.
I
He
felt
is
that
very
I had
fluffy.
to step in before it was too late. Otherwise, it would spread to all of Tevat. But my
But
friend,
that also means he loses a lot
Kitsune
of
Saiko,
fur. And then you find
reassured me that
little
I had
kitten
nothing to
balls
worry about.
of fur in every corner
she
of
would
your
shoulder the responsibility
apartment.
of protecting Inazuma and mobilize all forces at her disposal to combat the threat. I could tell that, although neither of us
Oh, and
acknowledged
he's
it,
so smug.
we both knew that the road ahead would likely end in tragedy.
So, Inazuma was attacked at the same time as when the disaster happened.
He's
in
like the
Kanria?
meme of the cat with I have
Indeed.
two moods, hey hey and not hey
Countless
hey.
monsters suddenly appeared throughout all of Inazuma.
That's literally
In
him.
the end, Kitsune Saigu sacrificed her life to protect the people.
And
never
he
had
even
the
looks like
chance to
that
see her
meme
one
cat
last
too.
time. But I would like to believe that she kept her promise to me until the very last. But even then, Inazuma was left more devastated than we could have ever imagined. Those terrible tragedies left great wounds
He's
that are
not
still felt
depressed.
to
He
this
only
day,
he only looks
both
like
on
he's
the land
depressed, but
itself.
he actually isn't.
and in my heart.
Like he looks depressed when he cuddles with you.
Yes. For the longest time, I couldn't bring myself to face the pain of that loss.
Should probably
All my
post a
martial might
picture
was
of
in
him on Twitter
Though
sometime.
I could conquer Tatarigami and vanquish monsters, I was helpless against the ravages of time, powerless to keep the ones
So
I
everyone
cherished
can
alive.
see the sad cat. The sad cat who isn't actually sad.
But after my clash with human ambition, I thought long and hard. Now I realize I cannot fixate on the past forever.
Yeah, kind
When
of.
I traveled around Inazuma with you, I caught a glimpse of how the nation has progressed over the centuries. A glimpse of human potential. Everything far exceeded my expectations.
One of them is
Moving
always a happy
forward
little fluff ball and
inevitably
the other
invites further
one looks
loss.
always sad.
But also new encounters. Just think of that soldier.
He
Despite
even looks
all the
sad when
losses
he's
he had
eating.
experienced, he still chose
What?
to keep
What do
fighting
you mean?
for the sake of moving forward. All those who sacrificed themselves back then gave their lives fighting for a future. But perhaps the future they were hoping for is not the eternity that I once strove for. As Inazuma's god, it is high time I honored their wishes. Warriors of the past,
I'm pretty
spill
sure
your blood on
yesterday
this
I
land.
didn't look all too
Your
happy
noble
by
souls
being
now
sick
rest in
though.
this earth. I will never forget you and all that you did for Inazuma.
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Come on. Let's keep investigating the damage to the sacred Sakura.
Yeah, but that's what I meant though. I got affiliate and I was super happy about that, but the same day, like literally the same day I get sick. And it was so bad that I thought I literally would lose
Leave them to me.
consciousness.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Like I had really bad stomach cramps. Then in between I was super nauseous and I just thought I'd just keel over in the bathroom. That wasn't fun.
Illusion shattered.
And he's mad that I didn't call him at work to come home.
What's wrong with A?
Why would you ask that?
But he was working.
Usually you'd pull out your sword and swish.
I
Vaporize
I
them all in
didn't
one
want
go.
to interrupt you while you are
You are
working.
unduly concerned. I'm simply conserving my energy. Although I have some understanding of the situation already, it could take an unexpected
Brilliant.
turn
Maybe
at
this
any
emote was a
time.
mistake.
I must be prepared for anything.
Now you can
If there are
spam
more
being
formidable
angry at
monsters
me.
lying in wait in this area, I must make sure I have the strength to face them.
Makes sense. Spoken like a
I mean, it was
seasoned
fine. It was bad for like
The room
10
seemed pretty
minutes and then
badly
it slowly
damaged
went
this
away.
time. We definitely need to tell the Yashiro
But
commission about this.
for a moment I actually was pretty afraid.
The same light is leaking out again.
Why are you mad now too? What did I do? Are we at the point now where I am big enough to get
Oh,
bullied
yeah.
by my mods? Yes?
Is that you?
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I thought you were off fighting a battle
Okay.
in a distant land.
Fighting a battle in a distant land? Sounds like this
You
guy's
only
supposed
say
to
that
have
because I
fought
don't have a
physically
cat
too.
emote.
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. He is a tea master and a member of my retinue. Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability to appraise tea. He brews some of the very finest tea in all of Inazuma.
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. I have simply had the good fortune to be in your Excellency's presence long enough to become acquainted with all the skills that are required of me. It sounds like the Almighty Shogun has brought a guest.
I mean, we have one with
afraid
our
I'm
little
unable to
mascot,
serve you
but
any
I'm
respectable
not
refreshments
sure
on
actually
account of
where I
the current
put that
situation.
one,
But please, sit and rest.
to be honest.
After all, it's quite a mess out there.
What should we do?
I wish I could put more of the emotes into the lower tiers.
There's monsters everywhere out there.
I
It's pitch
don't
black and
want
lots of
everyone to
people
have
been
to like
injured.
spend too much
I
money
see.
to get the emotes,
So
honestly.
they have fought their way this far already.
I'd rather
Most of the
everyone
residents
could
in this
use
neighborhood
like
have already escaped.
most of
They
them.
wanted to take me with them, but it seemed rather pointless to me. So I decided to stay. And now the almighty Shogun is here, I have even less reason to
Yeah,
run away.
Twitch wants this as an incentive for people to pay
Imagine
so
if
they
this was
can
something
have
that
money
even the
too.
almighty
I
Shogun
know.
was powerless to resolve. Where could I possibly run to then?
But I'm really happy to
People
finally
flee out of a
be able
desire
to use
live
the
on,
emotes.
and the desire to live on stems from a
I mean, we
feeling
had
of
them
having
made
unfinished
like
business in life.
the last one's a month
Me,
ago,
I have
I
no
think.
such thoughts, and I have no regrets.
And the other
The
one's
almighty
even
Shogun
earlier.
often speaks to me about her dreams over tea. Just listening to her stories. I've been blind for many years.
The
but her
sub
vivid
badges
descriptions took me on
and
a
the channel
splendid
points too.
journey
I
to all
I
the
had
most
them
beautiful
for a
places
while
in Inazuma.
before we could
Over
finally use
time,
them.
I've come to understand her mindset.
But I wanted to have
Quite the
everything
romantic
ready.
at heart, a true dreamer. One thing she always says is, good things don't last forever. Everything changes, fades.
Yeah, that's why I said
disappears
it's been like
completely over
a
the
month.
passage of time.
And the other
And
ones
so
maybe
people must
even
make the most of the
a
life
week
they
or so
have.
earlier.
Seize the chance to enjoy it while it lasts.
I think
and
I
have
ordered the
no
first batch
regrets
around
in
like
the end.
Christmas. Yeah, that's true. The 6 newer ones, and I think that
So you
one was
see,
actually part
as
of them.
bleak as things may be now, I have experienced countless wonderful things in life, and have no reason not to be
The raid one
satisfied.
as well, and the hype one too.
Perhaps you are right.
It won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to the almighty Shogun for the last time.
I mean, it was an
What a
oversight
pity.
on my
I'll never
side
get
to
see
not
what
get them
Inazuma
in the
looks
very
like after
beginning.
the almighty
Like
Shogun
especially the raid
rebuilds it
one that
anew.
was pretty obvious
But
that
I
we would
suppose
need
it doesn't
that.
matter. Everyone says that Inazuma has turned dark.
But we have it now.
But to me, it went dark a long time ago.
Why? That didn't have
Once this
anything to do
catastrophe
with
is
you.
over, life is sure to spring forth
That
anew.
definitely wasn't your
But
fault,
even
no.
if I survived until then, I'd probably be a hopelessly befuddled old so-and-so by then. So, never mind, eh?
Nah, not always. I mean, I have to be fair sometimes, don't I?
Goodness me. Speaking of befuddled, look at me rambling away to my heart's content and forgetting to serve the tea. The almighty Shogun comes to visit and I don't have the tea ready. A truly
What?
egregious loss of
Always
decorum.
being at fault was your one
One
job?
moment, I'll just... Where in the world is the tea set?
Okay,
I hope the
then
others
it
didn't smash it to
definitely was
smithereens
your
in their
fault.
hasty departure.
Me not thinking of the emotes we would probably need most was your fault. Definitely.
Really? But it's always been right by my side. Goodness gracious.
Why did you not
What a
remind
fool
me?
I'm making of myself. I couldn't possibly have my guests fetch it themselves. That would be most discourteous indeed.
Don't worry about it. Take a rest. We'll be back right away.
Almighty Shogun, you're not going too, are you? No, no, no. Your humble servant implores you, not with the war raging outside.
This place is...
Oh, I think Raiden is
It's
pretty
quite unlike the
capable
tea
of
house
going
in
to
your memories.
war, isn't she?
Leave it to us.
But, well, okay. I never thought I'd see the day that I need the almighty Shogun to personally collect my tea set for me. I can't decide whether it's a final regret or a final stroke of good fortune.
Where should we go to find a tea set? Having a cup of tea is
Okay, let's get the tea set.
also feeling very nostalgic for his tea.
Huh, I
It's the
forgot
traveler.
that Raiden actually likes tea.
And the almighty Shogun! How might I be of assistance, Your Excellency?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. I'll fetch that for you right away. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform my lord about your visit immediately. Ah, and the tea set. I'll bring that here as soon as it's ready.
Be at ease. I'm not here to see
what?
Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer to spend this time chatting with the traveler. Please, fetch the tea set at your convenience.
Did you accidentally
humble
click
servant.
on something?
I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
That sounds like something you would
It's
do.
not often we have the chance to chat. I'm sure you
Yes.
must have a lot of questions.
Right. Paimon wanted to ask that too. The almighty Shogun that he described didn't sound anything like you at all.
I seldom had the time to drink tea. Any free time I had was spent practicing martial arts. So, in the vast majority of cases, the one he made tea for was the former Electro Archon, who was also my sister, Raiden Makoto. He may well have had an inkling about there being two Raiden Shoguns, but he always acted as if he was
Oh, by
completely
the way,
unaware. The
Gecko, is
philosophy
this
of
all
life that he shared
spoiler
with
for
us
you
just
now?
that was
How
Makoto's
far are
view
you
on
in the
reality.
story?
She always saw things that way.
You and Makoto had pretty different views, huh?
Indeed, we did. It was the biggest difference between us. In her eyes,
For how long
the most precious
didn't
things
he
in this
play?
world were dreams.
Very
A
far.
yearning
Okay,
for a better
okay.
future held by living beings. They are similar, but not identical. When you came charging into the plane of Euthymia, I saw human aspirations
I mean,
light up
this
the
is
sky far above
part of
in the form
Raiden's
of
own
countless
character
stars.
quest story anyways.
This somewhat shook me. Now,
But you have to
It
complete
seems like
it
she
to
was
complete
right.
a different part of the main story.
while I took the wayward path.
Which is a little bit
Wow.
confusing.
There sure was a lot going on beneath the surface.
Makoto saw
Yeah,
a
but you
bigger
also
picture
paid
than I
money
did.
for the
In
battle
her
pass.
view, a dream is more imaginary, more abstract than an ambition. An ambition is a yearning for something material or a concrete outcome.
Did you actually
finite in nature,
get
and will be replaced by a new ambition in due
a
course.
pre-roll
Makoto was
at the
more
start,
concerned
like an
with
ad
the
at the start
force
of the
that
stream?
drives humans to constantly generate new ambitions in the first place.
Good, then
is
it worked.
something innate,
I'd rather have
rooted in
the
instinct.
ads in between, and
In
maybe
other
we
words,
can
It is something
even
eternal.
take breaks while the ads are running.
Quite a lot to take in.
Like instead
To
of
put it simply, Makoto wasn't concerned
of going on a
about
break
outcomes.
like I normally did, I
didn't
can like
understand
time
at
it.
the time.
Yeah, you don't.
How can we say that we are maintaining
You said
eternity
too fast.
when things are
Um,
constantly moving
Like yeah, and
forward
instead of
evolving?
like going
I suppose what it comes down to
how I normally do,
is the
I'll just
definition of eternity
do my
she
leg
set out.
stretching and maybe going to the bathroom when there's an ad break anyways. I think that's a pretty good idea.
Yes, it does.
So no one would actually miss anything.
I always thought that she must have grasped some elusive, arcane wisdom to arrive at the conclusions
For
she
me
did.
to quickly run
But
to the
in the
bathroom,
last
yeah,
analysis,
maybe.
Makoto's philosophy was, on the surface at least, an elegantly simple one. Notwithstanding that it was also the more prudent choice, based on a more mature,
Pretty
far-sighted
sure we
outlook.
can, and if
Do you
not
feel
with
you're
like
starting
stream
to
elements, then
understand her
maybe with a
better now?
different bot.
You have already
Oh, it's maybe
witnessed
just
my
a timer.
previous views on eternity.
If it's really
But
1.5
now,
minutes, you could
I no longer
probably
cling to
set
what
a
was
timer
lost. I
for the
suppose that
bot to
means
say, "Hey,
our
now it's gone."
differences have been
Hopefully.
reconciled.
Almighty Shogun, I found a tea set. This one in particular should be fit for your Excellency's use.
It's quite beautiful. Thank you.
You are too kind. A humble servant such as I does not deserve the gratitude of the almighty Shogun.
It's all good, sir. She's actually pretty chill.
Let us return. We ought not keep Furuyama waiting too long.
This would have been much more funny if she said that about the Cryo Archon. And don't worry, she's actually pretty chill. Literally. Oh no, what did you do? What did you do? And? There's a skin you want. Oh, I think I actually saw the advertisement for it on Twitter earlier.
Where'd he go? He wouldn't have gone looking for a tea set himself, would he?
But I'm
Or
not sure if I
perhaps
remember the
ley
right
lines
one.
did not have the power to sustain
Because she
him for
did have a
very
skin
long.
before and I don't know how
As was the
that looks,
case
so
with
it
the
might have
memory we
just been
saw
the old one
earlier.
I saw.
So we won't get to drink his tea?
Is it like the pretty evening dress thingy?
The information held in the ley lines is complex and disorderly. The fact that we were able to meet him to begin with was a miracle of fate. Well, this chance won't come often, and we do have a tea set. Perhaps I should try my hand at making us a pot of tea. I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many occasions. I doubt I should have any major problems doing it myself.
I wasn't going to ask which one
The
you
tea is ready.
want, but
Please
is
give
one
it
of them a
try.
new one?
So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. I'm not sure how to explain it.
I'm not sure which one I saw then.
You're right. But the things we've seen today have brought back many memories for me.
So that
I've been
so I
reminded
get
of
this
many
right.
people,
She
too.
cannot cook,
Kitsune
but
Saibu,
she can brew tea.
Makoto, and all the other friends who I
Why
watched pass.
why
even
is her
further
signature not tea
back.
then?
Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the conversation reasonably lighthearted.
That's not true.
But now, I'd like to
There
broach a
are
heavier
certain
topic,
things you can
if I may.
cook.
The events of 500 years ago not only robbed me
Yeah,
of my
okay,
friend,
you
Kitsune
failed
Saigu,
that yesterday, but
they
the
also took
pancakes were
Makoto away
fine.
from me, for good.
She died in that disaster too?
Yes. She went to Conria alone, without telling me. Unlike
They
me,
only were small
Makoto
because
was
you
no
didn't have
martial
enough
artist.
flour.
Whenever similar crises had arisen in the past, I was
And
always the one to face
we
them in
failed
her
to
stead.
ask my mom
But
if
this
she
time-
had any.
The circumstances were so grave that Makoto had no choice but to leave me behind. Or perhaps it was more that she went ahead of me,
I mean, sure.
put herself in front of me, so that I would remain hidden. In any case, by the time I realized what was happening,
This time with enough ingredients to make them
Yes.
for both of us.
it was too late. I arrived only in time to hear her dying breath. She had already lapsed into unconsciousness by that point, so all I could do was enter into her mind. As far as you're concerned, it would be somewhere similar to the plain of Euthymia. It was there that we bid each other a final farewell. I cried bitterly. Even in those final moments, I couldn't understand her actions. Why did she go to Conria first, and not I? Why did she keep me in the dark about it?
We might have
Was it to
ruined
shield me?
Raiden's sad moment
It was
with
there and
pancakes.
then that I resolved to pursue eternity. As a testament to that decision, I saved her realm of consciousness just before it collapsed completely. and brought it back to Inazuma.
That's quite a story.
When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had appeared on Mount Yogo. The tree that you know as the sacred sakura. That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. That it had existed since time immemorial. They were so matter-of-fact about it, and couldn't at all understand what I was so surprised about. No one questioned it. And yet, its presence contrasted so starkly with the area as I remembered it. It seemed as if I was the only one to have noticed it appear suddenly out of thin air. In the end, I simply had to accept that it was a miraculous effect of Makoto's consciousness. With the help of the sacred Sakura's power, I was finally able to overcome the monsters and quell the disaster in Inazuma.
This is all really hard to understand. Kinda beyond Paimon's level.
No, I'm not
Yes.
gonna bash Paimon here again.
She had such a great love for this land and for its people. In this respect, I still do not compare to her. I once told myself that I would never speak of these events again. Facing the fact that she is gone is unbearably painful. But even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue, once swallowed, leaves some sweetness in the throat. And it's time I came to terms with it all.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you experienced that battle in person,
Ah, yeah.
Brother. I had heard that you were looking for your family. You mean to say
Right,
that he
our
was somehow
sibling.
involved in the Kamiya disaster?
based on what we've learned so far, it seems
That I
so,
totally
yeah.
still trust.
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole thing. By the time I arrived, the worst of the fighting was already over. And also, my mind was consumed entirely with the plight of Inazuma and the fate of those closest to me. So, I am afraid I can't help you.
Oh, well, that's a shame. But it can't be helped, I guess. Boy, both of you have experienced great tragedy.
With this last cup of tea, let us honor the Tea Master's memory. Thank you, Destiny, for giving us the chance to meet again.
We should go. Let's keep following the traces.
Very well. Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last.
And I don't know where the trail is, though. No. That's not what I wanted.
Closing in.
Not you.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Dancing in the wind. Come on, we can do it.
Let's get rid of them. So I can look around for the actual stuff we should follow.
Dodge this.
Simplify.
Cool it.
Come on. And you. There we go. No. Where is the blood trail? There it is. Okay. Now I see it. Down? Yep, okay. Why am I so blind today? Oh, here you are. Yeah, but should that affect my eyesight?
Once again, please leave them to me.
Hey, hey,
But my stomach hurts, not my eyes.
you're scaring us.
Fear not. Fighting is what I do best. Shine down!
Fighting is what you do best, okay.
There is no escape!
Then we fight Raiden.
Are you alright?
I'm fine.
She's like me yesterday. No, I'm fine, I'm fine.
Now you shall perish! Shine down!
Come on, Raiden. Ouch. That must have hurt.
Maybe you should leave this one to us.
My apologies.
Don't worry about it. Just take a breather and get your strength back. We'll deal with the monsters.
No, Paimon, I will deal with the monsters while you just sit by and watch me.
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too! Are you injured, Your Excellency?
I'm quite all right. Just feeling a little stiff.
We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Come on, men. They're coming back for more. Let's get them.
Don't! It's too dangerous.
Danger is our duty, ma'am. If we were the kinds to shy away from danger, we never would have taken up arms to begin with.
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun. When the situation looks bleak, we will draw on the power granted to us by the gods.
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent, and their willingness to grant their power to humans means they have high expectations for us. If the Almighty Shogun is in trouble, now of all times is the moment for us to honor that.
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
Nobody knew where Your Excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've found you. You're right here with us. Just the sight of you appearing before us once more has reignited the hope in our hearts. This hope is the light that will guide us out from the darkness.
Everyone, on me!
We'll help too!
Huh? Affirmative, but watch your backs.
Well, let's go help them then.
Almighty Shogun!
Come on, Fraser. Yep.
Swift is the swallow. Up and away!
Freeze! Oh, so sorry. Get back!
Closing in!
Yeah, let's heal the team up a little bit. That's what I hate most of these Rift Hounds. The bleed on the whole team. There we go.
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
I've never fought so fiercely before.
Thank you all.
Are you okay? Maybe you should keep resting.
I'm fine. I feel much better already.
You fought phenomenally. It was truly awe-inspiring. The monsters will definitely come back. And when they do, it'll be more than a few Rift Hounds this time. Quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma City, and regroup with the General's forces as soon as possible.
When everyone sees the almighty Shogun safely returning, their spirits will be lifted.
Well, what are you guys gonna do?
We will stay here and guard against the monsters' advance. We cannot afford to let them get any further. We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together, we can face any number of monsters that come our way.
Just leave it to us. Fighting is what we do best.
Yeah, that's what she just said too,
The
and
almighty Shogun is the
that
only
didn't
one of
work
us
out
with
so
the
well,
power to
did
change
it?
the present state of affairs. Only Her Excellency can turn back the tide of despair and lead us onward into the future. No matter what kind of threat faces Inazuma, we will always place our faith in the almighty Shogun.
Thank you all very much. I promise you that I will create a bright future for Inazuma. I should not have left it this late to make this promise. But from this moment forth, know that I shall be true to my word.
Don't worry, Your Excellency. We will never doubt your word as long as we live. With you leading us, we will claim back everything that Inazuma has lost.
Glory to the Shogun! Glory to the Shogun!
They're gone.
It was both. The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain. But in dwelling on the tragedy, I overlooked their splendor. The grief blinded me to how brightly they shone in their final moments. The result being that in the centuries since their sacrifice, I have dishonored their will. You could take the view that whatever I say to them is meaningless, because they are but disembodied memories held in the ley lines. But even so, they are due a resolution. I owe it to them, and to all the people who have placed their faith in me to date.
Well, Paimon thinks that even if it's a few hundred years later, you're doing right by them now, and that's what counts.
Thank you for your comforting words. But this is my basic duty as Inazuma's Archon, and I have neglected it for far too long. I used to think just like that samurai, that I was first and foremost a warrior, and my only duty was to face whatever challenge came my way. But what Inazuma needs more than a warrior...
Well, you literally just
is
said
someone
fighting
like
is what you
Makoto.
do best.
Even though I am utterly unlike Makoto, and can never become the person she was, I still need to do the things that she would have done. Yes, they are. They are strong and resilient, and have much to be proud of. As the Raiden Shogun they revere, I should not be the one to hold them back.
Well said. Sounds to Paimon like you figured things out.
Change will come to Inazuma, and with it, new possibilities. This will take time, but eventually, the future will bring healing to the scars of the past. No matter how long it takes, I am committed to bringing this to fruition. This is my promise. Now that we've dealt with the Rift Hounds, this matter is halfway resolved. It does not appear that the threat will escalate for the time being. I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions to handle the follow-up work, such as investigating the origins of this incident and tending to the root system.
Alrighty then, let's move on. It looks calm on the outside, but Paimon bets her emotions must be all over the place right now, huh? She seems to have changed a lot since we last met her. Huh? What's wrong, eh? Come on, keep up. What's going on?
Yeah, I think she's in pain.
My body... I can't move it. It looks like the situation is more serious than I thought. No need. She is calling me. The time has come. Can you help me walk? I need to go to the cave below the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Why? What's in there?
A battleground. One where I shall sever ties with the past and take the first steps into the future.
Okay. That's not ominous at all. Which one? You the best for that?
This weather is so amazing.
Now we need to jump down here somewhere. I think last time, or not last time, the very first time I missed the cave like multiple times. But do I need... I need a granite, don't... Yeah. But there isn't one. Raiden? How am I supposed to get in here? Huh? Am I just blind again? Is there no electrography? Oh, that's an issue. Ah, there's one up there. No, 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 no. No climbing. How do I get to you, though? Jump from here, I guess. That should work. Yes, okay. And then, yep.
We're finally here.
Yeah, I just didn't see it
The
immediately
entrance
since it's
should
on
be
that
nearby.
stupid flying rock.
Whoa! Where'd that Torii gate come from?
It's getting worse again. But it's fine. I'm about to put an end to it all. This is a place I once sealed off with my own hands. The entrance to Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness. It looks like she
They don't get it.
will no longer allow me to do with this body as I please.
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is she?
I don't think she has only a headache, though. It's probably her whole body that's hurting.
Follow me.
Where are we go?
Okay, Paimon.
Paimon's dizzy. Where did we get sucked into this time? Whoa. This place. Look! Look over there! It's another A!
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the one within, but it is also the guardian of the rules. Should the one within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Wait! Paimon knows that voice! Is that the puppet?
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence of eternity. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe your present self is correct, don't you? But have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or have you been degraded by irreversible erosion? I'm here to show you my answer. We are both warriors, and the dialogue we must now have shall be conducted by the blade alone.
Wait! The atmosphere in here just took a turn for the worse! Are you alright now?
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the Shogun rejecting my continued use of her body. As she indicates, once I started entertaining the idea of change, I became hostile in her eyes. But inside a realm of consciousness, I exist independently of her. She cannot affect me in this way. Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
Paimon gets that everyone has their internal battles and stuff, but not like
That's
this!
very literally, yeah.
Extreme! Hey, showdown with the Shogun?
The inner battle.
Never thought we'd see that day!
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. The Shogun herself is the manifestation of my past ideals. The very foundation stone of eternity. It shall not be easily swayed. I would not try to change her if it
I
wasn't
actually
necessary.
think I will use this ad break to actually go on a break real quick. So be right back. And I'm back. Let's hope the ad break actually is over. And I wasn't too quick.
Is there any other way? Can't you hack it through or something?
I don't think that works for those two.
They both just want the best for Inazuma.
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested power over all the realm. It is the cohesive embodiment of all that constitutes the Raiden Shogun. It inherits A's pain, the pain of inevitable loss that comes as she moves forward. So too does it inherit her determination to reach eternity. Every action undertaken is for the sake of resisting erosion. Determination.
Brilliant.
Courage,
So
love,
she's in a constant state of
all
grief
these will be
over
degraded and
Ace's
distorted by the
sister.
incessant flow of time.
That can't be fun.
Only rules shall remain constant for eternity. Those were my thoughts when I created you. Now, they are towering obstacles that I have no choice but to overcome. You wish to make yourself my enemy? I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity. And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Raiden A. In the end, even the proud and mighty Oni Maiden was cut down and disgraced. Though your blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth, never shall it shine as brightly as it once did. Shine down!
Ouch.
Torn to oblivion! There is no escape, strike dead! The Kitsune sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch-black rain. As long as the ley lines
heal
flow, the
yourself.
relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered?
Oh. There you are.
You shall perish! The divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will fade silently into the clouds. There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time. Inazuma shines eternal! Pathetic, weak. Illusion shattered! The eye sweeps the lands! Euthymia crumbles before
Have you finally defeated her?
Nope.
It appears your martial prowess has not dulled. But how long can your will remain strong?
How the heck?
Well, I mean, she's the puppet, so...
In this realm of consciousness, her existence is tenacious indeed. She was built to resist erosion. Her will is stronger than any other living being's, including you and me.
Then, does that mean this is gonna be a never-ending battle?
Maybe. But I have to prove to her that my present will is no product of erosion. The future I shall forge will be a grand undertaking. One that will be resistant to erosion. If I don't do this, the Shogun's rules can never change, and Inazuma can never move forward. This is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last, months, years, centuries, and no matter how many times we must fight, I will defeat her. 500 years ago, humanity proved their strength in battle. Here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge wayward practices, tear them out like the diseased wood of an old sakura tree, so that new, healthy branches might spring to life in their place. It is about time that I learned to trust them. I understand that. But if the dreams of which Makoto spoke are true eternity, a short moment for which the Shogun does not exist is nothing to fear. I fight for the everlasting future of Inazuma. However long the battle may last, it is but a drop in the ocean of eternity. I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I shall one day return. This is my oath. Please, be my witness. During my absence, I place everything in Miko's hands.
But this means that...
Pass on my words.
She just kicked us out. She just kicked us out. Oh well.
Looks like we got kicked out.
That's what I just said, Paimon.
Oh, what do we do? Are we really just gonna leave A and the Shogun to keep on duking it out in there forever? She was making sense, and maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still... Right? Also, A can be pretty stubborn at times, and has a history of rushing into difficult situations. What if she gets too obsessed with winning, and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen, and then she might never leave again. Yeah, we should help her out, like we did last time. The quicker she gets through this, the better. Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, you know, help her win the fight? Well, whatever. We can't let anything bad happen to A while she's in there. Oh, but we also can't get in there anymore. Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice. Don't feel Paimon now. Okay, maybe if we both ram into it at the same time really, really hard.
No, let's just go ask Miko. How can you forget about Miko?
These consciousness realm playing thingies more than we do, but there's no one else we can turn to. All right, up the mountain we go.
That was quick. Not letting me walk by myself, eh? No, you go there, now!
Someone's not in the best of moods. Let me guess. You're all tangled up in another situation and need me to unravel it for you. I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else, I don't think I'd have the patience to keep greeting them with a smile after the first few times.
Well, it's for Aiden, so be nice.
That was a figure of speech, do you understand? Nitpicking my turns of phrase. The sheer audacity.
Oh, yeah. Something really big
Paimon,
happened.
get to the point, as if we couldn't tell her ourselves.
Oh, okay, I see. So, A's decided to palm Inazuma off on the humans, while she goes off on her own to fight a fierce battle that doesn't even have an end date.
Yeah, apparently gods like to
Impossibly
do this
stubborn.
in this
Jump
universe.
straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable.
I would never do
Presumes her
that.
sheer will can see her through, despite a near impossible goal that requires nothing short of the very peak of her abilities. Yes, that sounds like A all right. You know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Why start fretting about it now? Rushed into it without thinking. Well put. Oh, she acts like such a child sometimes. So you
Sometimes?
seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer
Most
some
of
sort
the time.
help? Who gave you that idea?
Is she playing dumb? She's doing this on purpose, for sure.
You're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know much more about Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness than you do. All I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura, and from what I've heard, it's a little different from A's plane of euthymia.
Because Raiden Makoto is no longer alive?
Not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way. But I can only speculate. You're the ones who have actually been there, so you tell me. What was it like? Anyway, we needn't worry about the details too much. It'll just be a little difficult to explain things later on, that's all. First things first. Follow me to the entrance.
That's fine. We don't need explanations. We need action right now.
Catch the wind.
Am I even... No, I don't think I jumped down at the right point. Oh, no. I'm not that far away. It's fine. It's fine! There it is. Yeah, exactly. This is fine.
Now then, I always have my ways. It's just a question of how crafty I need to be. To the outsider, the realm of consciousness is a very abstract concept. Luckily, I'm A's familiar, so I can sense her rough whereabouts. In other words, even though I can't pinpoint the exact spatial location of this realm, I can still send you to where A is.
So, it's abstract, but has a location, but you don't know where it is, but you can still send us there. What?
Yes, no need to try and understand it. Let me
Just
put this
send us there.
simply. Right now, she is surrounded by chaos.
Yeah, yeah, less talking,
Everything
more
is
action.
turbulent and disordered. If you try to force your way in, you could be swept away by a giant wave that sets you down in an unknown corner of space-time. This is precisely why when entering the plane of euthymia, it's much safer if you place your consciousness in a physical object first.
What? Alright, well, Paimon, stay here then. You two can go in.
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario, all we stand to lose is A. So what's the big deal?
Excuse me?
Paimon's had it up to here with both of you! Oh, fine. Paimon's coming too.
Oh, well, if you're quite sure, then of course. Now, I shall send you on your way. I say. Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinarily chaotic, that's all. My suspicions have been confirmed. By the way,
That's
remember
not making
to
me
focus
feel any
constantly
better.
on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant waves of abstract space. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination. Well then, the door's open. Hop on in. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'll be ready to respond if anything happens. I'm placing my god in your capable hands. For my sake, and for Inazuma's, please. Bring her back.
I'll try my best. No promises, though.
You better know what you're doing.
That's enough chatter. Get to work.
Let's see what my random team can do.
Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
How can this be? You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? And how come you have not changed at all in all these years? This is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first established. Your will today is as strong as it was back then. Over countless battles, not once have you lost, and never have you shown the slightest hesitation. Had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you, you still would not have wavered. For your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you have my admiration too. You bring honor to the title of Guardian of Eternity. Now these two return once more to this space. An inevitability of fate, perhaps. Then, let this be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began 500 years ago. Final duel? Huh. So you're finally willing to... Stand back, traveler. I'm going to be the start of something new. The time our duels took to fight was long enough to witness
Okay,
the
I
rise and
have to
fall of
fight her
nations.
with only Raiden again, I see.
Energy
Okay.
they consumed, great enough to vaporize the oceans and turn day into night.
It's probably better than fighting her with my team.
To penetrate minds and crush dreams. Yet, you have endured. I will endure forever.
Do you heal yourself again, or is it over when it's over this time?
Shine down. The final
Okay, no, it's over.
This is the end. You have won. I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But it seems my belief was baseless, and I underestimated your spirit. But a will that cannot be eroded has no way to embrace the future. You need not worry about the future, and you aren't alone. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength alone, I would have lost this duel for sure. Yet, my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess and redrew my limits. I now carry the gaze of the myriad of expectant eyes that look to the light in the heavens. And whenever I think of this, I feel something stirring within Muso Ishin. The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to guide me, to encourage me. I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of battle, it seemed to unleash a new and unfamiliar power. This power is beyond the limits of my understanding. This blade belonged to Makoto. Perhaps it can only respond to me with its full power when I truly understand and believe in her. When I clasped Muso Ishin in my hands, I had the feeling that she was by my side once again. It was at once a familiar feeling and a strange one. Makoto barely wielded a blade in her life, and yet her blade brings me closer to her. You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer stop you from attempting to modify the rules. From this day forth, this body will remain your assistant. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today onward, you are me. Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, I should not regard you as a mere tool. You truly have changed. I suppose this is what humans call growth. I understand.
Indeed.
I shall become your
Character
shadow,
growth.
just as you were once
Yeah.
Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change.
Does she
But as a
basically
warrior,
have
I
a
look
new
forward to the
twin
chance
sister
to fight like this again
now?
in the future. Do you say this because you have not yet reconciled yourself with your defeat? It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
I have no idea what you are talking about.
Like, for real this time?
Ah. Don't think that's the same though. Oh.
Hello,
Oh
Aang,
no.
and
Yeah,
greetings.
now comes
those
the
who have come to
saddest
bear
part of
witness.
it all.
I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties and left you all to pick up the pieces. Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come so far. I always knew you would make it here in the end. I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power, I too would be released. A convoluted way to reach you, but... well, You held such deeply entrenched views at the time that you wouldn't have listened to a word I said. There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me. All I could do was find some way to wait until you came to me. But you never mentioned this to me. Everything happened so suddenly. I'm sorry. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Inazuma to you all of a sudden. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you, a little at a time, to dissuade you from your pursuit of stillness. Did you know what was about to happen in Conria? I had some sense of it. That place was not somewhere that any Archon could afford to ignore. In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. I don't know how long we have been separated before this reunion, and I don't know what Inazuma has experienced in the meantime. But I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey for you. And I'm sure you must have wanted to shed tears many times along the way. Don't look down on me. See? You admit it. It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you. Something to soothe Inazuma's pain. Here, take it, before my last shred of consciousness fades away. But it is you who must take the most important step.
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really? Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred Sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh? Goodbye, Makoto.
So the A of the present planted the sacred Sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took root in the Inazuma of the past. No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her understanding of eternity is much more profound than mine.
Now she basically
Eternity
lost her
is
sister
a
a second
concept
time.
intimately
That's
connected with
mean.
time. When you begin to touch on eternity, the concept of time becomes
They
murky.
aren't too nice to their characters, huh? Evil Hoyo.
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. So that was the turbulence I was sensing. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precisely to this point in time without any problems. And yet, that sense of disorderliness has now completely disappeared.
I don't fully understand yet. But my intuition tells me that the reason for everything, it's that seed.
Well, I mean, you always tell me I'm not nice to my characters either.
I'm not convinced that it was Makoto's power alone.
I know what you mean. Perhaps a higher power really was involved in all of this. But whatever the explanation, her solution is what saved us all. Without the sacred
I
Sakura,
wasn't that nice
Inazuma would
to
likely
your
have been
own
completely
VTuber
swallowed
character
up
in
centuries ago
his law
by the
either.
disaster and the filth.
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred Sakura. But to me, it has always been there.
Basically killed him.
You've tried in the past to prove to
And
me
then
that
made
there's
him
connection
immortal so
between the
he'll see
sacred
his whole
Sakura
family
and
die.
Makoto's consciousness. But unfortunately, you never did persuade me, did you?
No. But I understand why now. It was because the sacred Sakura hadn't even been planted then.
But don't you think that tree looked a lot different than how it does now?
The sacred Sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly how I like it.
Ugh. Now we see who's pulling the strings.
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted. We have the loving care of Kitsune over the ages to thank for how it appears today. And obviously I played my part too. It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the moment you re-entered it. But in that same time, centuries of battling took place on the inside, did it not? Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly,
Time's weird.
you were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind, weren't you? At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but I also sensed anomalies in the flow of time within that space. Suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our search. Simply establishing a location was not sufficient. Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time most likely to be the intersection of all that you were wishing for. The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Makoto, but it took everyone's efforts combined to ultimately help A. So this time, it looks like thanks are due to you.
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always meant to be there to witness what was going to happen?
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the outside. So it was a great shock to me when the traveler reappeared. My first thought was, has a great disaster befallen Inazuma?
No.
But
No,
it
we
turned
just
out
came
you
to
had
help
come
you.
to rescue me. You came for my sake, to help me reach the best possible outcome. You too have my thanks. You have done much for me, and I will never forget it.
A, how are you feeling now?
My body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will no longer fights against me.
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your emotions. Have you managed to calm down? After all, you saw Makoto in there, didn't you?
I only heard her voice. I wouldn't say I saw her.
Shouldn't
fine.
that be enough to make you
It brought
sad,
a few
though?
things back, of course, but I've made my decision to move forward. I have to say, this has reminded me once again just how brilliant Makoto was. She predicted all the ways in which Inazuma's future could unfold, all the way back then. She even factored my immaturity into her plan. It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day. I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again. That's amazing!
Thank you.
Today, at long last, you and Inazuma finally emerge from the shadows cast by the events of centuries past. Makoto and you are Inazuma's past and future, and both are indispensable.
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you. I graciously accept them.
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because you never used to listen to a word I say.
Makoto said the exact same thing.
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder, does that qualify me to maybe take the position of shogun for a couple of days? Actually, no. Forget that.
Look
More
how
trouble than
pissed
it's
she
worth.
is.
We will have to end the frivolities there. There is much work to be done. The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today.
Oh
To
god.
find out where things currently stand.
Should I look at you
Then
like that, huh?
We will give careful consideration to the future. After that, I will abolish the Sakoku decree.
Really? That's
Why is that different? You just said you liked that look.
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis. In which case, there is no further need to keep the nation under lock and key. I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead for Inazuma. I'm looking forward to it.
But you like it if other women are angry? Okay. Let me see. We need to do Kokomis, so we can do this one after, so we can do the next chasm thingy. Then let's do Kokomis. Playing all the character story quests on stream makes you realize how long they actually are.
This should be where Kokomi said to meet her.
Okay, it's different.
Paimon remembers we came by here last time we visited Watatsumi Island. That was back when you did your stint as captain of Swordfish too. Paimon's curious whether the resistance troops still remember you. Things on the island must have changed a lot since then. Oh, shall we?
Oops. Sorry, Paimon. I didn't want to interrupt you. Or maybe I did.
If the
No.
enemy outnumbers you, seek their weakness and exploit it. If you outnumber the enemy, seek unequivocal domination and crush them. Marauders on the waterfront are supplied by sea. Burning their ships is the path to success.
General Goro, sir, do you have a verdict?
More or less. From the directives left behind by Her Excellency, we can surmise that a Fatui ship is moored nearby. This explains their aggressive posture. We could split into two teams. One to draw their attention, and the other to circle around behind enemy lines and set fire to their ship. They'd have nowhere to run. Then again, Madame Kokomi made clear that we are not to split up without sufficient forces. We'd risk being picked off one by one until our whole line of defense disintegrated.
Sir, shall I send for reinforcements?
I doubt there's time. Based on their movements, they'd likely be gone before our troops arrived. Her Excellency's directives also stipulate that we should wait in ambush and avoid making the first move. Since we lack sufficient troops, I don't think we can afford to engage the enemy at this time.
Sir, we're just gonna stand by and watch them leave? Surely there must be another way.
Her Excellency's directives also state help may arrive when all seems lost. As for where this help is supposed to come from,
Yep, hi, hey, we are the reinforcements.
Captain, you've returned to Watatsumi Island.
That's great! Her Excellency's directives are as reliable as ever. You've arrived just in time. Recently, the remnants of the Fatui forces have been unusually active. We've been monitoring their movements, waiting in ambush here. Unfortunately, we don't have the manpower to split into two teams. Can we ask you to keep them occupied?
Hard to say no when it's the Fatui. Whatever they're planning, we won't let them get away with it.
Don't tell
There's
her
not a
I'm
moment
planning
to
to
lose.
pull
We'll go behind
for
enemy
the
lines
one
and
who
sabotage
controls
their
the
ship.
Fatui.
Let's meet back here afterward. Watch yourselves. We'll be back shortly.
Seems like the Resistance still remembers us. Come on, let's help them get this situation under control.
Imagine we all got that stuck in our heads that we will get the Tsaritsa someday, and then Toyo just pulls an Uno reverse and says, no, she was never intended to be playable. I would be really disappointed.
Ready, steady, go!
Oh no, you are a problem. And you aren't. You can get decimated by my healer. Come on. No! No, 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 no. That was not the plan. That was. There we go. Yeah, yeah. And she would be like the only Archon that's not playable and everything. And she's pretty... Oh, shit. She's pretty much the most anticipated character, I think, so... I think they know very well they would lose a lot of money if they didn't make her playable. I mean, they did hype her up a lot. Oh, come on. Annoying piece of... Oh, no, 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 no. These are really bad for me. Because I can't really get through their shield with this team. Only Razor can do something. And, well, Barbara does a little bit of damage. Like, yeah, Razor does the most damage. Yeah, but I can't switch her in the middle of the fight. Plus, when I switch to the other team, the Pyro ones are the problem. And the other team doesn't have any artifacts at all. So, it's not really an option. Should have probably killed the healer first. Yeah, and what is she supposed to do against the Pyro shields then?
This moment will be frozen. Dodge this.
No. No. Definitely not. Okay, so why would I, as an ice goddess, use a pyro character? Can you tell me that? That would make me the fraud. I think Kaya is pretty fitting for my run and everything. He's not that bad. Oh no. Where did you come from?
Get back!
Come on, we can do it.
Don't have time for extra enemies.
Butterfly, dancing in the wind.
Dodge this.
This one is nasty enough.
lucky to have you here. We'd have no way to prevent their escape without...
We'll have some problems later, you and I.
Is it the directives from Kokomi? Let Paimon see.
You just know.
Oh, wow.
Just
This
know.
is a whole book. Is it all Kokomi's
Don't
directives?
compare him with Clive.
Yeah. Well, no, not all of them. I have 5 more volumes with me.
Are you serious?
Her Excellency always plans for every scenario. Plus, these are her general operational directives, which are more comprehensive than most. Still, we're fortunate to have them. They make sure we're prepared for every eventuality, no matter how complex.
Oh, understanding every eventuality sounds tiring enough, let alone writing them all down. Must have taken Kokomi a heck of a long time.
Captain, are you back on Watatsumi Island to lead Swordfish 2 again? We've all been feeling your absence. Her Excellency says that now is a time of peace, and that we should reduce the size of the military and focus on helping the civilian population return to normal life. About half of us are still organized into task forces, supporting the platoons. The other half have been given various other functions like patrol, construction, and farming. Of course, not everyone's happy about it. The other day, an old buddy of mine was grumbling about being forced to build houses. Said they'd have to drag him away from the front line, kicking and screaming.
The spirit of the resistance is alive and well, huh? Anyway, we're here because Kokomi invited us to the victory feast. Do you know where we can find her, Goro?
I believe Her Excellency is currently at Boro Village. There were reports of a possible disturbance over there. If I'm not mistaken, Her Excellency has gone to deal with it in person. We should probably get going ourselves. And, also, on your way over, please check in on the soldiers. I'm sensing a growing unease among them, but I don't know what's causing it. They won't say. They used to tell me all their concerns, but whatever this is, they're keeping it hidden. I don't like it one bit. I suspect there's trouble afoot.
Sounds good. Paimon was just thinking it'd be good to see everyone again. Ready when you are.
Yeah, trouble afoot sounds good. Right, definitely, Paimon. Yeah, we like trouble. No, we don't. But, if we can meet Kokomi, that's a good thing. She made me start the game in the first place, anyways.
Wait, aren't you Captain of Swordfish too? Oh, it is you!
I
Oh, you
mean,
have our
my
gratitude.
prediction would
Watatsumi
still
Island
be
wouldn't have
that
come to peace
the
without your reference.
Tsaritsa will be
I wasn't with
either
Swordfish too,
a healer or
but
a shield
I did see you
character.
with the Tarasuna. Oh, you really gave it to those shogunate samurai in the fight of honor.
If we
Oh, it
go
was quite
by the
show.
slime theory, definitely a shield character.
Is
Since
there anything you need from me?
both the Geo
I'm at your
slimes and the
service.
Cryo slimes are the ones that get the shields.
On edge,
So
you
if we
say?
go by that, since
yeah.
Zhongli is
Yeah,
a
I've
shield
noticed it
character,
too.
she should get
In
one as well.
fairness, the battle isn't long over, and well, perhaps it isn't
But
quite over for
I'm
them.
not sure if the
You know what I mean?
slime theory is
Every
really
single person
true.
looked death in the face that day. It's not an experience you forget in a hurry. Victory's declared, and all of a sudden, the fighting's over. But people can't just snap back into normal life again. I think things will improve, but it's gonna take some time. I don't know what else it could be, but what I do know is that as long as Her Excellency is with us, Watatsumi Island is safe. And all the more so now that you're back. Seriously, if there's ever anything you need, just say the word.
What a nice guy. Let's go ask some other people.
Right, let's go meet everyone. Oh, what is it? Or, are you not allowed to spoil it on stream?
Peace at last. Living the dream. Don't I know you?
I've
definitely seen you somewhere before. Can't place you, but I'm guessing you're not with the Shogun's army. So, do you need something?
Huh.
Unsettled.
I mean, why not?
Unsettled
Shouldn't
how?
the new
I
game
haven't
release
noticed
soon?
anything.
Or did it already release today or something?
Not that I would, necessarily. I
Why?
keep to myself, mostly. They're all too rowdy for me. We're at peace now, finally.
Hi!
And I, for one,
Hello,
intend to
welcome.
make the most of it. My life right now is about two things and two things only. The sun and the sea breeze. Sorry that I can't be more help to you. I'll tell you someone you could ask, though. San Gonamiya. She knows
Yes and no. This is an account I only have for streaming. So, and I decided to do the whole story on stream. And save all the wishes until Tsaritsa finally releases. Oh! Yeah, Visions of Mana is every Sunday. So we will continue that another day. But
I don't understand what her
Friday
excellency is thinking.
I play
mean,
Genshin,
peace
and
talks?
yeah, I have a
Give me
bit of a
break.
challenge run.
Why would she agree to that?
Exactly. Everyone knows you can't trust the Tenryo Commission.
Not doing the event
I heard they've
wishes
been secretly coordinating
means
with
I
Fatui and plan
don't
to
have
continue
many
their attacks.
characters, and at the
Wait,
moment
for
it's
real? You're
only
sure of this?
4 stars since
Positive. Some
we
of
do
our guys
standard
had a run-in
wishes,
with a
but
few
we
Fatui.
didn't
They
get
caught them conspiring
a
together
5-star there.
firsthand.
I knew it. The Tenryo Commission are a bunch of crooks. I'll never change.
So everything is a little bit harder.
It's kind of naive for Her Excellency to take them at their word, isn't it?
Shh, keep your voice down. Someone's coming.
Hey there! What you talking about?
Captain, you're back. Do you think we should tell the captain about what we were discussing just now?
No, let's not mention it. She's one of her closest advisors. For all we know, the peace talks could have been her idea.
I'm sure the captain would see where we're coming from, but you're right. We should probably play it safe. Welcome back to Watatsumi Island, Captain. Nothing to report here. Everything is A-okay.
You are
Her
lying
Excellency
to
should be in
me.
the village at present. Head straight over if you wish.
Do they really think I didn't hear them whisper?
Paimon definitely detected some hush-hush going on there. But if they aren't gonna talk, we might as well head over to the village.
Yep, definitely Paimon. Hush, hush.
Admit it! We know you've been secretly supplying the Tenryo Commission with goods purchased on Watatsumi Island. I knew something was off about a Tenryo Commission merchant doing business here. So, what do you have to say for yourself, huh?
I'm innocent! Ha! You're as guilty as they come. You never should have been allowed to set foot on this island, let alone do business here. Take him away.
Wait! Kokomi!
There she is.
Something's going down over here! You should take a look, pronto!
Your Excellency, this merchant is suspected of criminal activity, so we seized him for questioning. Our surveillance shows that in his whole time here, he has made numerous purchases, but no sales. And yet he has no stock in his possession. We believe it's highly probable that he has been supplying the Tenryo Commission behind the scenes.
But isn't the war over anyways?
That will do. Let's not let ourselves get too worked up here, shall we? Everyone take a deep breath with me. In and out. Better? Matsuda, Uchimura, I understand that you're concerned for the safety of Watatsumi Island. But before we make any decisions over whether this merchant is guilty or not, we must give him the chance to explain himself. If he's guilty, of course, there will be consequences. But if he's innocent, he doesn't deserve to be falsely accused. This is Watatsumi Island. We deal in facts, not opinions. Excuse me, sir. As you know, my subordinates have some concerns surrounding your commercial activity here. Perhaps you could explain your side of the story to help me reach a verdict.
Of course!
I can explain everything.
Can you?
I'm a trader on the island, so naturally I built up some inventory. I was planning to hold off on selling until the prices went up, but then, but then I was robbed by the Fatui. They took everything. Now, you think about that. First, I lose all my inventory, then I get treated like a criminal.
And why should we believe you?
Yeah, I don't really believe him completely.
So what? That doesn't prove they
He
took
was
his goods.
struggling for
And
an
even if they did,
explanation
they'll
there.
still end up in the Tenryou Commission's hands. They're in this together.
What? The Tenryou Commissioner colluding with the Fatui now? This is the first I've heard of it.
Yeah, they actually
suppose
did
it
though.
is true. What's that got to do with me?
What, the Tenryou Commission start colluding with the Fatui after the fighting's already finished? Seems unlikely to Paimon. We met a representative of the Kujo clan recently. Doesn't seem like he'd have the time to be colluding right now. But on the way over here, we accidentally on purpose overheard some soldiers mention the exact same thing. Kokomi, do you know anything about it?
It has been brought to my attention, yes. We are scheduled to begin peace talks with the Tenryou Commission soon. The Kamisato clan has arranged for them to take place in a neutral location. Kujo, Sara, and I will be accompanied by our guards. We will use the talks to discuss future plans in detail. But just as arrangements for the peace talks
I
began to fall
forgot
into
about that
place,
one.
I started hearing rumors of collusion between the Kujo clan and the Fatui. Allegedly, their goal is to completely wipe out Watatsumi Island. If that's the case, then the peace talks are likely a trap. Even the Kamisato clan could be involved. Sir,
Oh, I don't
are
think
you quite
so.
certain that your goods were stolen
Pretty
by the
sure we
Fatui?
can trust Ayaka.
Yes, it's the truth. I swear. They stole my goods and then they ran off that way. I bet that's where that hideout is.
Very well. The potential ramifications of this incident are serious. We will retrieve your goods, and if everything is in order, it will prove your innocence. However, if we find evidence to corroborate the claims of collusion between the Fatui and the Tenryou Commission, I expect you to fully comply with our investigation. Do we have an understanding?
Yes, of course. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Matsuda? Uchimura?
Well received, Your Excellency.
Good. Now, Traveler, Captain of Swordfish Platoon Section 2, would you join me in the investigation?
Of course.
Good. I look forward to seeing how you've progressed lately. I also have a few new things to teach you. Alright, follow me.
Anything for you, Kokomi.
If we do find the merchant's goods in the hands of the Fatui, it'll prove he's innocent.
It's gonna be very painful if she gets a rerun.
Whatever's going on between the Fatui and the Tenryou Commission, we need to get to the bottom of it.
But we won't pull for her if she does. Not gonna fail this challenge.
This must be the Fatui camp that the merchant was talking about. From the looks of it, it used to be a hilichurl camp. Who knows why the Fatui occupied it?
Looks pretty heavily guarded. How are we supposed to get in?
Not by brute force, that's for sure. But that's not a problem. The terrain here gives us an advantage, and we haven't given away our position so far. Our enemy is in the light, while we are in the shadows. Strategically, we have the upper hand. I think we have 3 options available. Option 1. Take the king, and it's checkmate. The Fatui's presence in Inazuma is weak at present. Nothing more than a few scattered remnants. If we strike from above and take down their leader first, the rest of them will be hard-pressed to put up a serious fight. Option 2. Hit them where it hurts. Over there, for example, a store of gunpowder cakes. If we manage to discreetly set the gunpowder alight without alerting them, it would deal them a devastating blow. they'd be caught completely off guard. Both their morale and fighting capacity would be severely impaired. Option 3. Use the environment against them. We're close to the sea here, so the air is very humid. I can gather the water vapor, you add a touch of lightning, and together we can shock them into submission.
Wow, that's our grand strategist. It's a lot to think about, though. Which option should we choose?
That will depend on our assessment of our own abilities. A surprise attack from the air is the quickest solution, but requires superior combat skills. With an explosion, we could rapidly reduce their numbers without a protracted battle, but absolute stealth would be required during the operation, or we'd risk exposing ourselves. If we decide to take advantage of the environment, we should be prepared for a lengthy siege. So, which is... There's the swordfish captain I know. Every confidence in your abilities. It's decided then. Let's fight this one together. I'm no warrior myself, but I can still provide some support.
Some support. I'm a healer, but...
We should take them down as quickly as possible and retrieve the merchant's goods.
Okay. No, I don't want the others to see me.
Let the show begin.
Kokomi, please. Thank you. I know freezing them wasn't an option on her plan, but it's my plan.
The king is overthrown. Only the pawns remain. Hold the line.
Dodge this. You can't run. This one will be frozen in time.
Did this. Twitch doesn't like you today. Why? What did it do?
Swift is the swallow.
Cool it.
Did it throw you out of my stream again?
What's the... Freeze.
Oh. I didn't want to go swimming.
Dodge this.
Ah, there we go.
Excellent work.
Should probably use that opportunity then. Be right back. And I'm back.
Actually, even the best tactics live or die on the strength of those executing them. Winning a battle takes a concerted effort from everyone involved. Victory never belongs to a single person.
Now that you mention it, Paimon did make a pretty big contribution, huh?
No, you didn't, Paimon. Oh, now I made her angry.
I must admit, I wasn't expecting to find the Fatui laying low in a Hilichurl camp. Presumably, they've been operating out of here in secret for quite some time. What's their objective?
Should probably take some medicine again.
Could they really be in collusion with the
My
Tenryou Commission?
stomach starts hurting again.
Let's scour the camp for evidence. If the merchant's story is true, the inventory should be here.
Alright, time to take a look around.
Yeah, be angry at my stomach.
So these are the Fatui.
It's not nice to me lately.
They look a little past their best.
It's like my stomach is telling me, I thought you wanted to do the streaming stuff as fun and not your work. How dare you be able to make money with it now?
Could these belong to the merchant? There's a lot of stuff. Some of it has the Tenryou Commission emblem. Yep, this has gotta be it. Whoa, this place is chock full of bomb-making materials.
Bomb-making materials? That's not good.
We should tell Kokomi right away and figure out the best way to deal with it. Kokomi! Kokomi! We found the merchant's stuff!
Okay, let me try and take this these tablets.
I see.
Pills, I guess. Is the right word.
Oh, nothing. I just zoned out for a moment. Let's see here. Yes, these are the stolen goods, all right. Food, medicine, farming tools. All essential for post-war recovery.
There we go.
And he was probably stockpiling them
Let's
until
hope
he
it
could make a
gets
handsome
better again
profit.
soon.
By contrast, it's doubtful that the Tenryou Commission has any need of these items, so the idea that he was supplying them doesn't make a lot of sense. In all likelihood, he's just an opportunistic merchant. Nothing quite as scandalous as Matsuda and Uchimura had imagined.
He's hardly a saint, though, right? How could he stockpile things that people are desperate for? We're not just gonna give them back to him and let him go, are we?
Let's hope it will be fine for my mom's birthday tomorrow.
Don't worry. I had already foreseen this. In my recently issued post-war temporary decree, I included restrictions on the prices of essential everyday goods. These items will ultimately reach
What
the
did
people
you
at a
do?
reasonable price. If he had taken the time to read the decree,
I think me and everyone else heard that though. Did you play with your bottle and it fell down?
I wish that were true. Take this alleged collusion between the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui, for example. I'm still completely stumped. The low energy.
I only have proof of the sound. Because that's on stream, you know.
Nothing. Come on, let's take the goods back. It's not long now until the victory feast. It'll be a race against the clock to get all of this resolved before it starts.
They know exactly what sound I mean.
First we mend the peace, then we attend the feast.
Okay, Paimon. Yeah, what sort? That's still a meme. How? Okay. Meow. Yeah, meow. No, the what sort thing is still a meme. We still haven't done anything about it. Even though Madsen said we would. But I don't care about the sword as long as I get good housing. So, it's fine. I can live with that. Did you really just use channel points just for that joke?
My goods! You got them back, huh? Thank you, Your Excellency. And thank you, Captain. You see, I told you I was innocent.
I definitely should never add a meow sound as channel point redeem, or I'll never hear the end of it.
Based on the information we
You'll
gathered
just
from the
spam it.
there's nothing to suggest he had any correspondence with them. Had it been the case, then knowing how the Fatui operates, they would have left some evidence of it.
But what if...
No ifs, no buts. We've recovered the goods. As agreed, this is sufficient to establish his innocence.
Apologies.
Guess we got carried away.
What did I tell you? You army numbskulls
Because I
have a
don't
clue.
want to have
Brian,
like
no
a
brains,
meow
coming up with
every
crazy
2
conspiracies.
seconds on my
Lay
stream.
off me next time,
You
got
can
it?
do that on yours though.
Sir, I'm afraid you're getting ahead of yourself. You may be innocent of the accusations originally leveled at you.
But I mean,
hoarding
you're meowing
essential goods
yourself,
is
so
a
you
crime
don't
under
really
the
need
temporary
that, do you?
decree. You must bear the consequences.
Oh, I
You
do
have
it and
already
make it
admitted to
very,
being the
very
owner of these
expensive.
goods, so we are obliged to respond with appropriate measures. In addition to enforcing the sale of these goods at the accepted rates, there will also be a fine, the amount of which...
Wait, Your Excellency, whose side are you on here?
I have no business taking sides. As the divine priestess of Watatsumi Island, I abide by the principle of clear and consistent rewards and punishments. Just as merit must
You
be
aren't
recognized,
here.
mistakes must be penalized. You may have been proven innocent of the more serious allegations leveled at you, but this does not exempt you from bearing the consequences of your mistakes.
Wait a minute.
Well, don't
But
just stand
how I
there.
know
Take him away.
our cat, he won't
Time to
meow if
pay
you
up.
want him to.
Your Excellency, he says all the goods belong to him, but it doesn't
So
add
it's
up.
probably hard
Those
to
of the
record
Tenryo
him.
Commission emblem are probably his, but not the rest. Especially these ones. They're clearly for shrine use.
It seems the Fatui simply dumped all their stolen goods in one place. Leave the shrine paraphernalia to me. As for the rest, I'll leave you to sift through and try to track down the owners. I know, that's a lot to ask.
Not at all, Your Excellency. We're on it. But if I may, Your Excellency, maybe there were no signs of collusion in this case, but our people know what they saw. Something is going on between the Tenryo Commission and the Fatui. I know the peace talks are coming up, so please keep an open mind.
I understand your concern. I'll be sure to give it further consideration. I'm going to take these items back to the Sangonomiya Shrine. Why don't you come along for the walk? Watatsumi Island observes different customs than the rest of Inazuma.
Sorry,
I imagine
Kokomi.
it must
I
all
didn't
seem a little
realize you
alien
actually
to
want
you.
me to follow you. Oopsie. Fishy. Let's follow the fishy. Kokomi? Talk to me.
It's been a long time since I last came to this village. There's been a lot to deal with recently. Next time you visit, I'll take you to visit
Yeah,
Watatsumi
she's the
Island's
ghost
old
fishy. She
shrine.
just ghosted me for a second.
You know, the earliest shrine on Watatsumi Island was not located in Sangonomiya. It was close to the Statue of the Seven. Back then, the people of this island recognized the shogun's existence, despite not venerating her as the shogunate do. But after she struck down our protector deity, the shrine was abandoned. Relations between Watatsumi Island and the shogunate have soured ever since. Mistrust has become deep-rooted over time. I've been hoping to raise all this at the peace talks and discuss it properly. Grievances have to be let go eventually.
Your Excellency, what brings you out this way on your busy schedule? Oh my, you're looking a little worse for wear. You need to take better care of yourself, okay? All of our fates depend on you.
She's tired. She's working too much.
Thanks for your concern, but I'm fine.
Reminds
Your
me of someone
Excellency,
else.
I beg you, heed a word of advice. After all this time fighting the Shogun's army, peace is not something that can simply be declared. If we reconcile with them, the god who once protected us will have died in vain.
Come on, that's ancient history.
Indeed.
Besides, the fighting is barely over. We should be grateful to be at peace once more.
I know, it's just... we should remain strong in these negotiations. We mustn't be too ready to compromise.
I appreciate your concerns. I will consider the options carefully, and be sure to proceed appropriately.
Wonderful. We're all counting on you, Your Excellency.
Your Excellency? Well, I'll be... fancy meeting you at a place like this. Do you know, my daughter's enrolled herself in the Shrine Maiden selection process this year. If she makes it into Sangonomiya, I'll be one very happy mother. You're a kind and gracious leader. She'd be in very good hands. I'm always telling my daughter that if she gets the chance to learn from Her Excellency directly, she must make the most of it. I mean, just look at Her Excellency, still so young, but so mature and intelligent. My daughter has always looked to you as a role model.
Well, if she comes to Sangonomiya, I'll look out for her.
Your Excellency. Boy, am I glad you're here. As you know, agricultural output has taken a pretty big hit this year. Let me bring you up to speed on the latest situation.
Oh, Your Excellency, isn't this the captain of Swordfish 2? Will she be based on Watatsumi Island from now on?
Your Excellency!
The poor girl.
Please,
They are overwhelming her.
I'll get around to all your queries. Though, for the longer ones, I'd prefer it if you could write a report and submit it to
Yeah, a
the
little
shrine.
bit.
Then I can respond to each one as and when I have the time.
Though Jean is a bit more stern than Kokomi is. She seems way too soft sometimes for the position she actually holds.
This kind of thing is water off a duck's back for you, huh?
Your Excellency, here you are. There's been a situation. We're still waiting on the delivery of a whole batch of ceremonial items. I'm beginning to worry that they've been stolen.
Oh, we retrieved those already. No need to worry.
Really? That's fantastic! You never cease to amaze us, Your Excellency. I sorted through all the petitions received recently and placed them on your desk. Also, according to the schedule, you're just in time for your meeting today on the development of the textiles industry.
That's today?
Right
Yeah.
now? Yes,
That's
the
true.
2 young ladies have arrived safely. We're just waiting for you.
Like she's just totally spent and has no strength left, but she asks you if you are fine instead.
But it looks like we'll have to save that for some other time. Well, let's rendezvous tomorrow at the entrance to Sangonomiya Shrine. And then we'll go and make preparations for the victory feast.
Yay! The victory feast!
Paimon has nothing else in her mind. Only victory feast.
That's the name of the game. There'll be some Watatsumi Island specialties, which I'm sure you'll enjoy.
Great! See you tomorrow then!
Poor tired Kokomi. And wait till the next day, obviously. Let's do that. Skip some time.
I didn't know you were such
There we
a
go.
slacker.
Now we can go to the victory feast. Or meet up with Kokomi first.
Huh. Kokomi isn't here yet. That's weird. She doesn't seem like the type to show up late to things. Let's wait a little longer. How is she still not here? Do you think she could be in trouble? Let's go ask that soldier over there.
Are you looking for Her Excellency? I'm afraid she isn't here at the moment. I don't know where she's gone.
So strange. Guess we should just call it a rain check then?
Not necessarily. If I recall correctly, Her Excellency has made special provisions for such a scenario in her general operational directives. Let me see. Yes, number 98. Should a visitor from afar come to see me, and should my whereabouts be unknown, direct them to proceed southward until they arrive at a tree with purple foliage. The footnote stipulates that this only applies when Her Excellency has made no communication regarding her whereabouts before disappearing. And even then, only when the visitor in question is of VIP status. As far as I'm concerned, you two tick all of the boxes. I keep this directive on me at all times. I'm sure this is the right course of action.
Kokomi really does think of everything. All right, let's find the place she wrote about and have a look.
Let's search for that purple tree then. Well, search is maybe not the right word. I'm pretty sure it's that one.
Are you sure this is the right place? It feels like we keep heading deeper into the middle of nowhere. Hey,
I'm pretty sure,
like
Paimon.
the one she described in the directive? It looks like there's a way in over there. Let's take a look. Kokomi! So this is where you ran off to. We were gonna meet up and get things ready for the victory feast today. What happened?
It's you. I apologize. I'm not feeling my usual self today.
You got sick? We'll go find a doctor right away.
No. It's nothing like that.
She's so tired.
Just my energy is completely spent.
That woman needs a vacation.
You run on energy?
Desperately.
You mean you're like a ruin guard?
No.
Paimon, don't say that while I'm drinking. Nearly spat my water all over my keyboard.
I can't always be the infinitely capable person I present myself as. You noticed? I guess I haven't quite mastered the ability to hide how I'm feeling. I'll keep working at it. To be honest, I'm not really cut out to be a leader. At first, my dream was to read up on military strategy and perhaps become an advisor. Constantly communicating with people, trying to retain their morale, having to read between the lines, making sure everyone gets the recognition they deserve. It's such hard work. You're somehow supposed to make people feel wonderful, just from being in your presence, while also commanding their respect. It doesn't come naturally to me. And truth be told, it's something I never wanted for myself. But because of my bloodline, I was always going to end up being the Divine Priestess, sooner or later. Like it or not, it's just the way it is. So, whenever I feel overwhelmed, I come here to just lose myself in a book and relax for a while. Don't worry, it doesn't affect my work. I handed over preparations for the victory feast to someone else. I have to make a speech tonight, and I mustn't give the troops any reason to suspect that something could be wrong. This peace was hard-won, and I want them to feel at ease.
Is there anything we can do to help?
I should be feeling energized again soon if I hold off on work for a little longer. If only there was some way I could listen to a good read on military strategy. I'm sure that'd speed up the process. I was reading a book last time I was here, but I only got about halfway through. Oh, where did I put it?
We'll find it for you, and then we'll read it out to you to help you recover.
You do that for me? Thank you. I'm really lucky you came back to Watatsumi Island.
Didn't I say anything for you, Kokomi? I meant that. Why is there chest? Why does it tell me there's an open chest? I didn't open any. Or unlock any chests. That's weird.
Whoa, look at all these petitions. So does Kokomi make time to deal with these even when she's resting? Sangonomiya Events Cash Flow Statement. Consolidated Annual Report on Fishing Production. Watatsumi Island Monthly Maintenance Expenses Breakdown? This is a lot of work for one person. And it's on top of all the directives she has to write and the people she has to meet day to day. It's no wonder she gets burnt out from time to time. Let's track down that book and help her feel like herself again.
Where might the book be? Not on that barrel. I don't think so.
Hey,
Is
look!
it here?
Could this be the book she wanted?
Oh no, no, that's definitely not the book she
Swordfish
wanted,
Captain
and we
came
shouldn't
back
read
today.
that.
Energy plus 4.
That's a diary. That's just rude. Don't read it.
Give it here.
Oh.
Guess that was the wrong one.
No, she's flustered.
Keep looking.
No, don't read her diary. That's rude.
It's gotta be this one, right? Look, there's even a bookmark. None of the other books
No.
have one. So
That's
she
rude.
must have finished reading those already. Ooh, it's pretty dense. Paimon doesn't understand a thing. Well, let's take it over and read it to her.
You would read your daughter's diary, wouldn't you?
Kokomi, is this the book you wanted?
I'm not sure, actually.
Definitely not to find out if she likes a boy or a girl.
Yes, that's the one. Thank you.
Kokomi? Oh no, she's fallen asleep. What are we gonna do? Tonight's
Let
the
her
victory
sleep for a
feast.
little bit.
Not to mention that the peace talks are just around the corner. She's got so much to do.
No, no, no.
You sure that's a good idea? She does look pretty exhausted. Guess there's still some time to go too. Alright, let's keep her company while
Not
she
if
rests.
she's underage.
Avoid disaster. Protect peace at all costs. The war's over. Things are slowly getting better. Oh. Did you see?
We don't do this yet. That's illegal. Don't.
What time is it? Did I fall asleep?
Yep, you've been out for ages. It's nearly time for the feast. Can't believe it got so late.
Alcohol is for her safety. No.
I haven't slept that peacefully in so long.
It's
That's
not.
gotta be 3 whole energy points right there. Should be enough to see me through the peace talks. Thank you. Well, we better get ourselves over there.
Taking a
It's
nap
barely time
is
to
less
light the
energy
bonfire.
points than seeing us again.
Kokomi's back to full energy. Good to have you back.
That's, no. Don't promote crime here.
Score! Let's see what's inside.
No! That's invasion of privacy. Don't read anyone's diary. Yes, and it's still not okay to read her diary. Oy vey.
It looks like everything's in place for the feast.
That's how you speedrun your kids hating you.
Oh, how much energy will that take? Do you think you've got enough?
Don't worry, I've got plenty. Thanks to you two, I recovered more quickly than usual.
That's great! We'll be rooting for you.
Welcome, everyone! Today is the day that we celebrate our victory. Recently, our war with the Shogun's army came to an end, and we finally saw the abolition of the Vision Hunt Decree. None of us can know what the Inazuma of the future will look like. But tomorrow, I meet with the Tenryou Commission for peace talks. I give you my word that I will strive for peace for Watatsumi Island once and for all.
Those quests
you all
really
for your
take
valiant
about half an hour. That's
Truly. It is
longer than
only
I
through
thought.
those efforts that we have been able to prevail in this trying war. This feast is held in honor of each and every one of you gathered here today. I hope all of you get to relax and enjoy our hard-won victory. Tonight seems to have gone off without a hitch. I'm so glad it's all going smoothly. People tend to be more open when they're in a good mood. Could I ask you to go around and see what information you can gather? I still have no further leads regarding the issue of potential collusion between the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui. And I'm concerned that something might happen at tomorrow's peace
Indeed.
Okay, sure. We'll go ask around.
What? Okay. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I didn't want to step on your fish.
Watatsumi Island is finally at peace, and it's all thanks to Her Excellency, Sangonomiya. Recently, let me think.
Luckily, we aren't
Well,
doing the
biggest thing
most
for us is that we
interesting
can
stuff
finally
with
get
this
back
quest
out
at
on
the
ocean to
moment.
fish.
So I don't
During the
think
hostilities, the open sea was full of warships.
the
We just
ads
had to
will,
make do with what little
or
fish
the,
and shrimp we
the
could get
people
our
who
hands on
have to
closer
watch the
shore.
ads will miss much.
When the catch wasn't good, we'd all go hungry. The poor kids were crying all day and night, but there was just nothing I could do.
I see.
We'd go to bed ravenous and be tossing and turning.
That
all
was a
night
long day for
long,
you, wasn't it?
Trying to keep it together until the morning. At least things are finally improving now. I hear you're captain of Swordfish too, is that right? Well, thank you for your service. Here, have a fish. It's freshly caught, so it's a bit, fishy. But it's fine.
Oh, no,
It's a
no, no.
bit fishy, but it's okay.
Ah, come on, take it. Without you, we'd probably still be going to bed hungry tonight. Her Excellency always teaches us to repay kindness with gratitude.
Okay, well, thanks. Come on, let's go talk to some others.
Okay. Who's next?
A friend of mine was really looking forward to this feast. Even promised he'd sing a song with me. If only he were still here.
Oh, you. I should talk to you.
Hey there. Care for some fruit and vegetables? Nature's remedy when you overdo the barbecue. Are you referring to the thing about the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui? I've heard rumors, but nothing too detailed. It's funny you should say that the soldiers seem excitable, though. I've had the same feeling. See that guy over there? He's been acting strange these days. Always shouting and waving his spear around when he's got nothing to do. He scared the heck out of me a few times. It's a miracle the fighting has finally come to an end. Yeah, I really hope we don't go making any more trouble for ourselves. Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have much information. If you still have questions, you may as well go and talk to him.
Sounds promising. Let's go see what that guy's deal is.
Yup. Let's do that then. This way.
This guy smells of booze.
Huh? Wait, don't tell me. Captain of Swordfish 2, right? You actually came back. I thought you'd abandoned the platoon and made a run for it.
Nuh-uh. We would never run from a fight.
Is that so? All anyone talks about these days is peace and stability. Do you remember what the most important thing is to the Resistance? You got that right. So I'm gonna put you to the test. Time to see if you truly are a bona fide Resistance warrior.
Okay.
I'll answer your questions, but only if you can beat me in a duel.
Chill a little.
Would it kill him to just have a normal conversation?
Yeah, it probably would.
What do you think? Are we gonna do this?
Of course.
We'll see about that.
Let's put him in his place. Okay, that poor guy. I threw him around with rocks.
No wonder Her Excellency chose you. You really do have a warrior's will. Then maybe you can understand us. Captain, comrade, will you join us?
For what?
We made it up. The story about the Tenryou Commission colluding with the Fatui. It didn't happen.
What? Poor Kokomi's been worried sick. You're telling us you made the whole thing up? What the heck were you thinking? This could send you right back into war with the Tenryou Commission.
Yes, that's exactly what we're hoping to achieve. Peace talks? Everyone's been drawn in by the idea. That's why the future of Watatsumi Island is at stake. What's to stop the Tenryou Commission from stabbing us in the back? And what's to stop the Raiden Shogun from issuing another Vision Hunt decree? We are the Resistance. Everything hinges on our warrior's will. We can't trust the Tenryou Commission or the Raiden Shogun, but we can put faith in ourselves. Surely you agree with that?
His point does kinda make sense, but something about it doesn't feel right to Paimon. Yeah, everything you said just now was pure speculation, wasn't it? Are you seriously willing to make up a wild rumor and ruin the peace everyone's worked so hard for, all because of some imaginary situation that may not even happen?
Don't take that tone with me, acting like you're above all of this. What would you understand? For the sake of victory, we embodied the warrior's will to the fullest. You understand? We were all in. Now they're suddenly trying to tell us that none of it matters anymore? You'd have me just put down my weapon and start living like an ordinary person, but how can I? How can I when every time I close my eyes, I see the faces of the friends we lost in battle? Every time I see them there in my mind's eye,
think
remind
he has
me that
PTSD.
I can never forgive the Tenryou Commission and never forgive the Vision Hunt decree. I guess you're not
He
one
needs
of
a
us.
therapist, that's
Well,
what he needs.
whatever.
Needs.
Go ahead and tell Sango Nomiya if you want, but you're too late to stop us now.
Too late? What are you Darn. Doesn't seem like he's gonna answer that one. What are we gonna do? This is really serious. We need to give Kokomi the full story right away.
Yep, indeed, we should do that. Ouch. I lit myself on fire. Kokomi, I'm sorry, but we have bad news.
So, we found out a few things. The whole thing about the Tenryu Commission colluding with the Fatui is baloney. They made it all up. They wanted the peace talks to break down so that they could carry on fighting the war. And they said it's too late to try and stop them, no matter what we do.
I see. I'm fine. Don't worry. This is my fault. If only I'd perceived what they were feeling earlier, it never would have come to this. I think I understand what Kozin means when he says it's too late. The talks don't begin until tomorrow, but both sides have already sent their guards to the location. They are responsible for making sure the area is safe and secure. I highly suspect that one of Kozin's pro-war co-conspirators will have infiltrated the guards with an intent to reignite hostilities tomorrow during the negotiations.
Well, that's no good. Do you want us to head over there now and switch out the guards?
That won't work. Firstly, the act of bringing a new team of guards to a neutral negotiation site will put both sides on high alert. It would almost certainly push the pro-war faction into taking action. They would attack the Tenryu Commission's guards, and we'd be in danger of war breaking out once again. Not to mention that we have no idea how many of Watatsumi Island's soldiers are involved in this plot. If we change the guard in haste, we face the issue of not knowing who to trust.
Sounds like a really tricky situation. So is there really nothing we can do about it?
Don't let it worry you. What's done is done. Now it falls to me to devise a counter plan. These soldiers crossed the line, but the blame is not theirs alone. Whatever happens, I will find a way to ensure they do not come to harm. Let's meet here again tomorrow.
Let me guess. It wants me to skip time again. Yeah, it does. Ugh, okay. That's a lot. Let's skip forward then. Where is she? Oh, she isn't here yet. Oh, no.
Well,
there she is.
the peace
Just
talks are
invisible in
upon
the
us.
overbottom.
How do you feel? Prepared? Here, take this. These are some directives I wrote last night. These negotiations are complex, to be sure, but I thought about it carefully and realized there are no more than 187 possible outcomes. I took the liberty
What?
of writing them all down. This way, you will be able to adapt with speed.
Did
no
you
matter
even
how the
sleep
events
last
play
night,
out.
Kokomi?
Whoa, this is huge! Let's see. Fierce dispute, violent escalation, armed revolt, coordinated attack, seize hostages. Wow, there are so many! But you've thought of a solution to each one! Paimon suddenly feels a lot less nervous.
Glad to hear it. These peace talks are quite exceptional. It is a major step forward both for Watatsumi Island and the Shogunate. But any amount of dissatisfaction within our ranks weakens our negotiating position. We will have to work all the harder if we want these talks to be a success. As the Divine Priestess of Watatsumi Island, this responsibility is, of course, mine to shoulder. Excellent. Okay, time to head off.
Okay, let's see. Where do we have to go? Oh. Yeah, and I don't have the closest teleport point. That's fine. We'll get there. Oh, sorry. Oh no. Can I go around you? Please? Yeah, okay. Should be fine. So I don't need to fight them. There we go.
It's been a while, Kujo-Sara. I believe the last time we met was on the battlefield.
Yes, where you dealt my forces quite the devastating blow. But before we go any further, what are you doing here?
That's right. She's here to bear witness to the proceedings. She experienced the war between us firsthand and has made an enormous contribution towards securing the peace we have today. I couldn't think of a more suitable candidate.
Seems reasonable. Then let's get straight into it. The first item is the maritime administration issue. During wartime, we restricted fishing rights for Watatsumi vessels in Narukami waters. We intend to remove these restrictions, but going forward, any of your vessels that fish in our waters will have to pay taxes in accordance with Narukami legislation in order to bring their catch back to Watatsumi.
That's fine, but if they're paying taxes, they should also be entitled to protection from the Tenryou Commission while in your waters. Any losses they sustain due to issues of public security will need to be compensated by the Tenryou Commission.
Accepted. Let's add that to the peace treaty. I can assure you that your vessels will be quite safe in our hands.
Negotiations seem to be going pretty smoothly.
The next item has to do with the movement of people and military authority. In the past, our people have been subjected to lengthy interrogations on arrival in Watatsumi, and the same has been true for your people on arrival to Narukami. Economic cooperation between our islands has suffered greatly as a consequence. Few merchants are now willing to engage in inter-island commerce. Since the war is now over, I propose that we have the Yashiro Commission appoint a business council to oversee trade between our two islands.
The problem there is that trade is a reciprocal affair. We'll need to involve merchants from both sides in this process if it is to succeed. We cannot give the Yashiro Commission full authority.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Watatsumi Island facing severe shortages of many essential goods at the moment? Having the Yashiro Commission organize everything centrally would work in your favor.
True, we're experiencing some shortages, but we will recover in due course. Between the diverse range of goods we can produce ourselves and our strong trade links with other areas, we are capable of sourcing everything we need. Not to mention that your proposal would require separate talks with the Kamisato clan. If they've yet to sanction it, I believe you are going beyond the remit of the Tenryou Commission's authority.
Let's leave that aside for now, then. On to the military question. Watatsumi Island's forces will need to come back under the jurisdiction of the Tenryou Commission.
That just isn't feasible. Not in the short term, at least.
With all due respect, feasibility doesn't come into it. The Tenryou Commission alone has ultimate responsibility for Inazuma's national security. We cannot allow Watatsumi Island to be the sole exception to this rule indefinitely.
You Kujo scum! Colluding with the Fatui isn't low enough for you already! You just want to take everything away from us!
Oh no.
Comrades, never trust the Cujo. Let's get them.
Protect Madame Cujo!
Number 16. No, wait.
Paimon, read faster.
Or is it 73?
Please.
Which one is it? Kokomi, which scenario number is this in the directives?
The last one, but hold off for the moment. Stand down, Tadakatsu. Situation has changed. Please stand by for further orders. Rest assured, I am fully aware of your concerns, but I will deal with the situation from here. Madam Kujo, this is rather serious. I believe you owe Watatsumi Island an explanation?
Excuse me for a moment. Nobody makes another move until I have finished investigating. You two, here, now! Speak! Collusion with the Fatui? Is this true?
I wouldn't exactly call it collusion as such.
We were approached by a few Fatui. They mentioned a potential cooperation to keep the war against Watatsumi Island going. At the time, I felt like we could give it a try. After all, there'd be nothing to lose.
Why would
But
you
we were
want to
extremely careful.
continue
We
a
didn't
war?
agree to anything. We just said they could maybe start by heading to Watatsumi Island and stirring things up a little. Then we'd see how it went. With respect, ma'am, there was no collusion. It was just a one-off conversation. How anyone from Watatsumi Island even found out about it, I have no idea.
That's enough. When we return, there will be consequences. Might I remind you that this is the Fatui? Have you completely forgotten what they did to us? You should be having no interaction with them whatsoever, let alone entertaining offers of cooperation. So, what did they want out of it?
The Fatui's main forces have already left Inazuma. The few who approached us seemed like they wanted to settle a score for their boss.
Oh, her subordinates. So they're out for revenge. They want to keep Inazuma in a state of
Senora's
turmoil.
people then.
One day, I will hunt them down. Every
Well, I
last
think
one.
they might be pretty mad
We
at
bear
us for
responsibility for
killing
this
her.
issue. My sincere apologies. I have my own negligence to blame for this state of affairs. Please, grant us another chance to continue the peace talks.
But of course, Madam Kujo. I have every confidence in your ability to resolve this situation. For the time being, however, there is evidently some discord within the Tenryou Commission's ranks. I would therefore not feel comfortable releasing Watatsumi Island's forces into your command at this time.
It seems that I must acquiesce. I will lay this issue aside for now, but we shall revisit it as soon as the Tenryou Commission has resolved our internal issues. As for the trade issues we raised, I will discuss options with the Yashiro Commission and make sure both sides have ample participation in the final arrangement.
Seems like Kujo Tsara's on the defensive now. These negotiations should be smooth sailing from here on out.
I never knew the grand strategist of Watatsumi Island was a skilled negotiator, as well as a formidable commander. I hope that when we meet again, we can continue these sit-down discussions. Settling our differences on the battlefield is rather taxing. I think we can leave things there for today. Once I get back, I will conduct a thorough investigation into the Tenryou Commission's internal issues.
I should inform you that we took out a Fatui camp recently. I suspect that before long, they will attempt to re-establish contact with your people in the hope of procuring some assistance. I recommend you say and do nothing on the matter for the time being, lest you tip them off and they disappear. Wait for them to come to you. That way, you can capture them all in one fell swoop.
I will bear this in mind. Thank you. I shall take my leave now. Until we meet again.
Your Excellency,
Let's discuss it after we get back.
Okay, back to the island then. Let's go.
Your Excellency, you knew?
I have already been informed on the reasons for your actions. You believe the Tenryou Commission to be untrustworthy and sought to sabotage the peace talks and reignite the war. Fortunately, the end result exposed and thwarted a secret Tenryou Commission plot. Yet, this was purely incidental, and the end certainly did not justify your means.
But Your Excellency, so many comrades have sacrificed themselves in the line of duty. If we stop now, aren't all of our efforts going to waste? I want to keep fighting. I want ultimate victory, even if it means I have to pay the ultimate price.
I understand your sentiments, but you cannot simply impose your will and expect others to bear the consequences. During the war, there were highs and there were lows, and in the end, there was a glorious victory. For you, perhaps the experience was one of great excitement, but you saw nothing of the countless others who will remember the war quite differently. Most people suffered terribly through each day. Watatsumi Island's people yearn for peace because they have long since given all they had to the war effort. They are tired of treading water and don't need you dragging them back underneath once again.
But...
I understand, I do. And the fault is not yours alone. It was largely an oversight on my part. I taught you to nurture a warrior's will, but never how to let it go.
It's not your fault, Your Excellency. It was ours. Our selfishness. Either way, we are ready to accept sentencing under martial law.
Very well. Then I hereby declare...
Kokomi?
That as of today, I am founding a new secret corps of the army. This division will be responsible for keeping Watatsumi Island safe and secure, neutralizing any and all threats to the peace of our island. You and your comrades will all be welcome to join, but be warned, the training will be grueling. Perseverance and grit will be in high demand.
Your Excellency, what are you saying?
I have concluded from today's peace talks that the Kujo clan cannot achieve absolute peace and stability in the near future. Many seek peace, but there are still those who pursue war. It is right that Watatsumi Island moves towards peace, but we must still retain a defensive capacity. Those whose warrior's will is alive and well, I invite you to embark on the most challenging training regimen of your lives. I don't want to hear from any of you again until all of you can take on 2 shogunate samurai at a time.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
All right, dismissed. Go and report to General Goro. And remember, there can be no more insubordination. And if there is, there will be no more leniency from me, whatever reasons you may have.
Yes, ma'am. From now on, we will focus on our training. Thank you for this opportunity, Your Excellency. We'll report to General Goro right away.
I think that's finally everything in hand. I can feel my energy levels starting to drop. Meet you back at the hideout for some rest?
Oh. Let's meet the poor tired woman at her hideout. Poor Kokomi. Yo, sleepy. There you are. That's not quite in your hideout though, is it?
Thank you for everything. With your help, peace has been restored on Watatsumi Island once more. Recovering. Slowly, but surely. I should be raring to go before too long. Today was a reminder that I don't cope well in situations with lots of people. I've improved, but I still get nervous when more than a handful of people are involved. I think I might get Goro to handle the negotiations next time. Do you think so? To be honest, I'm still a long way off what's expected of a divine priestess. In the past, I was concerned only with winning the war, restoring peace, and making sure everyone could live a happy life. But I realize now that wasn't going far enough. People have all kinds of aspirations, and just as many measures of happiness. I have a long way to go, but that's okay. If I can't make the journey in one giant leap, I'll just have to settle for taking it one small step at a time. In short, I've still got some maturing to do. Could you stay here on Watatsumi Island? To keep me company for a while longer?
Whew, there we go. Okay, so question chat and especially mods. How tired are you? Since we have one more quest to do so we can continue the story, but that will probably take another 1.5 hours. So, what are we thinking? Let me see. That's yeah, not the answer I wanted. Fake stream elements. But that's only one though, isn't it? Yeah. Let's still try that though. Well, should I start it or should we look for someone to raid? Is the question there probably. Go ahead with what? I told you 2 options. I mean, you said a while ago that you are tired. And if I start the quest, I'd like to finish it. Don't. You decide. No, you decide. No, you decide. What are you, a couple? Point is, if I start it now, I'd like to continue it in one go, and like I said, that would probably be another 1.5 hours if it's not shorter than the others, but I don't think so. They are all pretty long. Yeah, that's what I said. I think you both were a little bit distracted when I said it the first time. Okay. Then, I should probably, since we finally have emotes, write a bit of a little raid message that you can copy. And since we do have the raid emote available for everyone who's following, you should all be able to actually use it, I think. Yeah, it's been a long day for you, I know. Here, so you should be able to copy that. And now the question is, who do we rate? Yeah, the question is, do I want to rate her so soon again? Or do we search for someone new? You aren't supposed to put it in my chat, Gecko. You're supposed to put it in the person's chat we rate. I might have an idea. Let's see. Yep. Let's try that. Yep, and with that, thanks everyone for watching, and see you next time with Visions of Mana. Bye!